What's up, everybody? Let me know if you're in the house, if this thing's working. Okay, I think we're good. I think. What's up? Blood on the razor wire, Chris Rogers. What's up, Chris? Amy Kruger in the house, Richard Doling, James Joseph, Baltimore. We'll do an interview with a DMI kid tonight, man. Dude that was well known. Be putting that up. Buckeye native, how's it going, brother? What's up? Ohio Buckeyes. It is what it is, man. Bad day today for the Buffalo Bills. I know that. Young Evo, with respect, what's up? I hope all is well. So we'll let a couple people get in here, man. We're going to kick it. We'll talk about a couple things, talk about YouTube. Nick, what's up, Nick? Chris Rogers, how about them Bills? Oh, shooting at me early. It's all good, man. They're not as good as people thought they were going to be, right? Horrible. They look bad, boy. They got spanked today. They didn't just lose, they got spanked. So anyway, what do you guys want to talk about tonight, man? You guys want to talk a little bit about that RittenHouse? Talk about that interview I did the other day with the brother down in Alaska, how people are giving us a thumbs down on that video. Like, wow. People are horrible, man. Some people are just absolutely ridiculous. We'll talk a little bit about prison today. Talk a little bit about the streets. Hope everyone here had a wonderful weekend. Sending you all my love and encouragement. That's what's up, Joanne. Tennessee in the house. Hey, man, go out and share this live real quick. If everybody can. Sometimes they're not notifying people, man. So I don't know what's going on. YouTube like banged us and was holding our videos up for a couple of days. Whole bunch of stuff going on, but we're going to get it right. And definitely, man, let's answer. You know what? We should do some questions and answers tonight, right? That dude from Alaska had a good message. Hey, man, for real, man, that dude came out here and did his thing, man. Really put his life together, man. You know what I mean? Like, came home, man, and was worried about what he was going to do. Unemployment, took his little bit of money, got a little loan. Now the man had a month where he made 25 grand. Like, not to put his business out there, but I want people to know that stuff is definitely possible, man. Chaz, what's up, brother? Amy took off for a second. I want to check something real quick on the internet, see what's going on. I do want to talk a little bit about RittenHouse tonight, right? About the verdict and everything that happened with that. We kind of called it right. Although the judge threw the gun charge out. If he didn't, I think he would have been convicted of that gun charge. So we'll see. A lot of false news out there, man. A lot of false news. A lot of people don't even realize, like with that whole RittenHouse thing, really, man, what they were trying to do was get people to divide each other, man, for real, straight up. They want people beefing with each other. I seen something today in Convict Life. Those of you that aren't subscribed on Facebook to Convict Life, go check out that Convict Life Facebook group. They had posted a thing up there about one of the dudes that RittenHouse killed, right? Unfortunately, you know, he was in a position where that shit happened, but it was shocking, man. They were like, this dude like raped little boys, man. Like, wow. They released the paperwork or something on that today. I was just like, really bad dude, man. Chad, my sister's baby daddy is on house arrest. He is very depressed and having a hard time. Next week, I will go visit them, and I was wondering if you had any advice for how best to support them. Why is he depressed? Just because he's on house arrest? Tell him to, he's just got to stay focused, man. Stay busy. As long as you stay busy, you're going to be good. You got to stay busy. That's the key to that. Stay busy, man. Do things. Keep your mind occupied. He's going to be all right. He's got drug problems too. Well, that's the issue, man. And you know what? When we talk about drug problems, we're going to talk a little bit about Kyle today. You guys remember Kyle? My buddy Kyle. I had him, I did a little video with him, had him working all this week. He was doing good. Not sure if he's, doing everything he's supposed to do, but I hope that I hope that we can keep him on the straight path. He's going to get an operation on Tuesday and filled out some paperwork for rehab. So he'll be going to a rehab center right after that surgery. He's living with his parents, so he's not living in the bando. the abandoned building. Joanne, this is what it is, man, when it comes to drug addiction, right? And some people might be like, oh, what? No. My father was a vicious drug addict. Just keeping it real. And those of you that read the book, you know what it is when my brother killed himself. And, my dad, man, was getting high. It was just, my dad was a drug addict. So I do have some firsthand, experiences with that type of stuff. And I feel like this, when you don't want to do something, you have to get to a breaking point where you're like, nah, man, I'm done. I'm not trying to do this. Adam, what's up, bro? You have to want it here, man. It's got to be here and here. You got to not want to do that stuff. You have to make a choice. A drug addict has to make a choice. And there's going to be people that'll come on here and say, well, I got dope sick. I seen my father get dope sick plenty of times. But, man, you have to fight it, man. You got to want it, man. You got to want a better life. When you look in that mirror, you have to ask yourself. Same thing I tell people all the time. What are you worth? If that's what you're worth, living in an abandoned building in the freezing cold weather, and that's the choice that you make, then that's the choice that you make. But you got to wake up. Eventually you're going to have to hit rock bottom. And either when you hit rock bottom, you change or you don't, man. Young Evo, it's all good, man. Many years ago. So people, man, my boy, man, Adam always chiming in from Australia. Got to do an interview, man, with them over there, man. So we're going to try to get that stuff together. I'm doing an interview with a DMI kid tonight, man. Dead Men Incorporated. Well-known dude, I'm going to let him tell his story as long as we can make that happen. So I'm going to watch Yellowstone tonight after this live, and then I'm going to do that interview, and then I'm going to go to sleep. I'm actually doing a roof tomorrow, man. A 20 square tear off. I'm getting too old for that stuff, man, for real. So look what Adam says. He says, yes, you're so right. I used heroin for 12 years and got myself clean and out of the street life. You got to want out, man. You got to look around and be like, man, is this really what I want to do with my life? Or do I want better? I mean, if he's depressed, he's got to stay busy. He's got to find something that he likes to do. He's got to find something that he enjoys better than getting high. And that's what he needs to do. 100%. Yeah, man, everybody hit that like button. 27 people, man. We only got 9 likes tonight. That's horrible. What type of interviews do you guys want? You want book reading still? You want interviews? Like I say, this ain't my channel. It's our channel. We're almost at 12,000 subscribers because of all of us working. Everybody on here works, man. Everybody. Young Evo, Amy Kruger, nonstop working for the channel. Hey, and I appreciate everybody. Share the hell out of it, man. Let's go. Because when we get to that 25,000, I'm giving away 2,500. I'm not changing anything where we're going to split 500 here and there. No, we're going to give 5 people $500 that deserve it, that need it. I love the interviews, Chad. Everyone has a different perspective. Yeah, that's what's up. What was your scariest day in prison? Wow. My scariest day in prison was probably the day that we almost had a race ride on the yard at USP Lee. We had a white dude from Ohio, and he had came out on the move, on the early rec move. He said, look, man, this dude stole some heroin from me, black dude. He said, I'm about to smash this dude. I think the dude was from Florida. He said, I'm about to smash this dude. And I told him, hey, look, man, don't do that. Be easy. Come out here to the yard. We're going to talk about it. We're going to politic about it. We're going to get this shit fixed. He didn't listen. And he went back in the unit, and he jumped on this black dude, man. And, in federal prison, in most, USPs, it's kind of like a no hands policy, man. Like whites don't put their hands on blacks. Blacks don't put their hands on whites, at least back then. And this dude violated that code. And when he violated the code, what happened was, really, man, it got crazy. Like, dudes were on the yard. There was probably like 30 white dudes, 100 black dudes, and it got real. And there was another time we ended up politicking it out, man. You guys seen I brought my boy Dog on the show before, Gibby. We talked. I did 2 interviews with him, my right-hand man. Really, man, he had a lot of pull, man. He worked in the barbershop. He had a lot of juice, man. A lot of respect from other people. So we were able to fix that before, a lot of good men ended up messed up over some nonsense. The other thing is, man, when the Bloods and the DC dudes got into it, I was on the yard. That was at USP Lee. And also when the North Carolina and the Virginia dudes got into it. I think it was a North Carolina dude stabbed the Virginia dude in the face, or the Virginia dude stabbed the North Carolina dude in the face. And really, they ran together at USP Lee. They kind of had like a little, some unity. And then that popped off, and that was crazy, man. The cops were out there shooting. They were shooting these little bombs with these little black balls in them, man. They were flying out, hitting people, shooting from the gun tower. You know, it's crazy to say this, but when they start shooting in prison, it's like a thing where you get excited, man. Like a little bit of you is excited. And then another part of you was like, damn, man, you can end up shot out here. And this shit's real, man. They do shoot people. You know, I think I talked a little bit about that in my book when they shot Ace, Warren back. He was Gotti Savage. Salute, just subscribe. That's what's up, Gotti. With respect to you, homie. We appreciate you. I seen one of your messages. I think I replied to it. Appreciate you, man. Share the channel, man, on your social media. When we get to 25,000 subscribers, we're giving away $2,500, man. Because I tell people all the time, Gotti, this ain't my channel, it's our channel. So when we make money on the channel, we're going to give it back to the people. People that need it, people that deserve it. You know, I'd like to get some single mothers, man, that are struggling and give some of that money to them. We had a bunch of single fathers in here last time. So let's do that, man. Let's get that thing rocking. What's good, y'all? Smokey, New Jersey, been sharing to the Facebook prison sites. That's what's up, Smokey. We certainly appreciate you, man. And Christian, hola, Chad. We are off lockdown finally. That's what's up. Oh, you're in Australia. All good. Well, I said hola. It says hello. I thought you were a Spanish girl at first. I apologize. Yeah, Amy Kruger, man, big part of the channel, man. Wonderful, wonderful person. Always doing big things for us. And I appreciate her. Yeah, I'll do that interview soon with Chad. Adam, I promise you, man, I've just been super, super busy. Had other people lined up, but we're going to do an interview. Who wants an interview from Australia? Let me know. Rest in peace, young Dolph. There you go, man. Another young brother dead in the streets, right? For what? Over nonsense, homie. They killed him over nonsense. So what's everybody doing on Sunday? What was your Sunday like? My Sunday was we got leaves all over the yard. I actually paid my wife's cousin to come do it. Did an excellent job. And then he put everything out by the side of the road. And guess what happened? We had a windstorm. We had to push a bunch of leaves in the back in the woods. All them leaves are back on the backyard. Can't even believe it, man. Can't even believe it. Who do you have in mind from Australia? You got to watch them. The message is Adam Thompson. We're going to bring him on. Did time in Australia. And did you do time in prison over there too? Marcus Machiavelli saying, Nelly. Hey, let me ask you guys this, man. What's up, homie? Glad you're in the house, man. They need to change the gun laws in Memphis. Chad, what was one of the biggest things that made you want to change your life in a positive direction? Let me tell you this. Like I talked about this dude before, Cedric Dean. He's got an organization called Safeguard, Atone, Validate, Educate, helping kids out in North Carolina. Cedric told me in prison, he said, hey, man, they're going to change the law. And when they change the law, what are you going to do? He told me this in USP Lee, right? He said, my son's doing business from the halfway house. Grateful, though. That's what's up. Jeremy Reeves, hey, man, at least you're free. He said, hey, man, they're going to change the law. What are you going to do with your life when they change the law? They're going to bring parole back. He used to think they were going to bring parole back. He said, you're going to go down there and tell them, man, you got the best sweatsuit in prison. You know, you got a white G-Shock watch, Nike sunglasses, Oakley sunglasses. I used to keep a lot of nice stuff in prison, man. Because it was the one thing that I used to like that stuff in the street. So it kind of gave me a little bit of, I'm okay, man. And he said, man, when you go to the parole board, we're going to tell them, man, you got 3 knife shots. You stabbed 2 people. You got a white G-Shock watch. He said, you can have all that stuff, man. Brand new sneakers. You can have it all and do 40 years in prison, man. You can have it all and do 40 years in prison with the nicest sweatsuits, nicest sneakers, stuff that came from the street that no one else has got, but you ain't never going to have your freedom. And he wanted me to come to a program called Leaders Breed Leaders. So I go to this program that Cedric Dean tells me to come to, right? Leaders Breed Leaders. I get down there, and this dude's teaching a class. The warden's got this dude teaching a class to the staff and the prisoners at the same time. So it's Mac Mean, true story. What's up, homie? Appreciate you. So he tells me, hey, look, man, come to this program. I go to the program. The warden's got him teaching the staff how to be leaders, a prisoner. So, I went to the class, listened to him like, man, this dude's a good dude, man. But I really didn't know if I was ready, man. But there was something in my head that was telling me, free Larry Hoover, that's what's up, homie, was telling me in my head like, man, this dude's a pretty smart dude, man. You should probably listen to him. But there was another part of my life that was like, this is it, man. Michael Sparso, what's up, bro? Where it's like, this is your life, man, and you got to live your life here. And, someone had put that in my mind a long time ago, my cellie, Adam Oliveri, the dude who had stabbed the cop, got another 25 years. He told me, man, you got to live your life here, bro. Forget about the streets, man. But you know what? When you forget about the streets in prison, that's when it's all the way over. You can't forget about the streets because the streets keep you pushing to try to get out of prison every single day. So anyway, dude had told me that. And then years later, a couple years later, it was kind of in one ear and out the other. I continued to live my prison life. I was on the bus. I was finally making it to an FCI, a medium security prison. I was on my way to Raybrook. They said they conducted it like a mini pen and all this other shit. And guess who's on the bus? Lo and behold, it's Cedric Dean. He said, man, you remember me? I said, yeah, man, I remember you, man. USP Lee, you're the education dude, man. You taught that class. And he's like, man, you better get your stuff together, man. They're getting ready to change this shit. And that's when I really, really started to change my life, man. I said, man, I do want to get out of prison. There's no way I can get out of prison because no one's going to fight for your life like you are. When you're sitting in prison behind that wall, no one knows your case better than you. No one's going to fight for your freedom more than you. And that's when it really started, man. That's when it really started, where I started programming. I started thinking, man, I'm at an FCI. The violence is behind me. And I was in New York finally, man. And when I got there and I smelled the pine trees, because, I'd been on the West Coast. I'd been down south, Midwest. I hadn't been close to home in years. I hadn't had a visit in 8 years, man. As crazy as that might sound. I didn't see my mother for 8 years. So when I come back to New York and I go to Raybrook, I smell the pine trees, right? I'm like, damn. And when I was a kid, younger kid, I was an amateur fighter, right? And I stayed up there at the Olympic Training Center. I fought in the Junior Olympics up there. And man, I just remembered it, man. And I was like, damn, man, I'm finally close to home, so close yet so far away. And damn. I told you sometimes that shit hits me, man. So anyway, okay, so Dean, I'm gonna answer that question in a second. I got you. My grandfather used to own the corner on Broad in Saxton. My grandfather died when I was young, man. And honestly, he was a hard old man. Didn't give anybody anything. Really, it was my step grandfather. Didn't give us anything. And really, man, my real father was a drug addict. He was a crackhead, man. My father was a famous crackhead. They called him Geek and Chuck. He had left when I was 3 years old, man, and he actually shot at us with a shotgun. Me and my mother. My mother threw me out the window. I landed in a prickle bush. We escaped. We got away. He left, went to Las Vegas. But that's another story. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, we did grow up poor, man. My father was a crackhead. My mother was a single mother. Recovering trucker. That's what's up, homie. I appreciate you, man. So yeah, my mother was a single mother, man. She worked at a roofing company. She was a secretary there for many years, and they paid her real cheap. Then honestly, man, I used to be embarrassed about this shit, right? Then my mother was a single mother on welfare. That's why I can relate to a lot of things that, people go through, man. And you might be like, man, how'd you become a crack dealer, man? I was tired of being broke. And I think I talked about this before on the channel. There was a time, man, when I had 2 pairs of pants, 2 or 3 pairs of pants. I got in a fight on Santee Street, and the dude ripped my best pair of pants, man. I had bought them at Chester's Plaza. So anybody from Rochester, if you're listening, I bought some pants from Chester's Plaza. This dude ripped my pants, man, and I felt heartbroken. I felt real sad. And then some things happened where my mother bugged out, and things just went really bad, man. And I was tired of being broke, tired of being fucked up, and I started selling fake cocaine. And I turned fake cocaine into real cocaine, an 8-ball, and an 8-ball into a 1/4 ounce, and a 1/4 ounce into a 1/2 ounce, and a 1/2 ounce into an ounce, and an ounce into a 62, and a 62 into a big 8. And I took off from there. But I don't glorify that at all. That's the wrong thing. But you know what? When there's kids out here, I used to teach kids math. In prison, I used to teach a GED class, and they couldn't get it, man. A bunch of them kids couldn't get it. They couldn't get it when we were doing fractions and we were doing this. But when I used drug amounts, they knew the streets. They knew the drugs. If I told them, hey, man, you got 2 1/2 ounces and you put them together, what do you have? And we started out small. And I had this fast track GED program with Cedric Dean. And let me tell you something. I think we had 17 or 18 students. Some of them dudes were in the GED class in Raybrook for over 2 years and couldn't get their GED. In 87 days, every single dude in my class got their GED. And let me tell you how elementary some of these kids were. I got the pictures too, man. Damn. If I'd have known we were going to talk about this, I'd have put them out there. I had kids in my class, man, playing pencils. These are grown men, convicted felons, man. Some violent. They're in my class playing pencils. And I'm like, yo, man, what are you doing? What are you here for? Go ahead, man. You're out of here, man. They're like, no, man. Made them appreciate me. I had another dude. I had put Nelson Mandela on a flyer because we had that Leaders Breed Leaders class, right? I made a flyer with Nelson Mandela in there, on there. A bunch of dudes signed up. And one of the first questions I would ask in prison is, who's here just to get a certificate? Who just wants the certificate? And sometimes dudes would put their hands up, but they caught on, right? Got out on the compound. I used to do that to people. So dudes would put their hands up. Texas Prison Stories, what's up? If you guys haven't checked out Texas Prison Stories, check that dude out, man. Good dude, helps me all the time. When I'm struggling with certain things with YouTube, man, this is the dude I reach out to. And he don't never turn me down. So anyway, Texas Prison Stories. So what was I talking about? I had Nelson Mandela, and I'd ask dudes like, who just wants a certificate? Some dudes would put their hands up. And I tell them, all right, man, I got a waiting list with 30 people on it, man. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the class. What? I ain't leaving the class. Well, if you just want a certificate and you don't want to learn nothing, this ain't the place to be. It's time to go because we're trying to turn people into real men, real fathers, and real leaders. And they'd be like, oh, no. Some dudes would get embarrassed, man. They get embarrassed. So they want to be like, I'm a gangster. I'm a street dude, man. Fuck that. And as soon as you call them out like that, man, they'd be like, oh, no, man, I really do want to be in the class. And that's what's up. And that's what we did, man. We used to call people out. I wish I could go down and do a teaching class with Cedric in North Carolina. That's the plan. It's been the plan. But, man, it hasn't panned out yet. So you guys can actually see a video of us in a classroom teaching people, engaging kids, man. It's important to me that I do this. I've been trying to make it happen. What's up, Chad? Finally got a notification you're live and made it here. Hope you and Chad are doing well. Hey, Kev, man, always supporting the channel too, man. Definitely appreciate you. So anyway, you had asked that question about why did I grow up poor? Man, I'm from Ghost Town, man. You tell me how a 15-year-old kid ends up selling crack. It ain't because I wanted to be cool. I'm from Lyle Avenue area, man. J Street, Smith Street. That's where I'm from, man. Young Evo, hey, man, appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you, man. Appreciate the donation. Appreciate you sharing, man. So that's how I ended up fucked up, man, and broke. And, you know, I never really talk about this kid, and I should. I'm a little chubby now, so I'll show you the tattoo on my side. I got a tattoo on my side for my homeboy, man. He's one of I had two best friends growing up. One of them you've seen an interview with was DJ. He's like my brother, man, since we were little kids. And Evan, man. Evan Carroll was also my right-hand man, a kid, you know, named E. We called him E. But I remember sitting in the car with E. And I talk about E in the book. He was my co-defendant on my case. He went to trial, got a hung jury, got found not guilty on some counts and a hung jury on the other counts. Went home, man, and he got murdered, man. He ended up dead. They killed him. Got a big tattoo of an angel with a New York Yankees hat on my side. Killed me getting that tattoo in prison, one needle. And I remember sitting in a car with him, man, when we were both broke, had nowhere to live on Sherman Street. So if you're from Rochester and you're asking about my grandfather and all that, we were on Sherman Street and we had nowhere to go. And we were sitting in the car, man, selling crack, man. And I remember saying, man, I don't want my life to be like this. Never again, man. We got to get out of this shit somehow, some way. And I will. I'll tell how he got killed. You guys want to know how he got killed? I'll tell you in a minute. So just remember sitting in there. I said, you know what I'm going to do, man? I'm going to blow this drug thing up, bro. And I'm going to make money. I'm going to start a home improvement company. I'm going to give you a job. And we're going to get out of the streets, man. It's going to work out for us. And I took off, man. That was right around the time when I had took off. John Wolfe, Sherman Street. Definitely, man. I had spots on Sherman, on Lyle. I was an idiot, man. Made bad choices. And I told him, man, we're going to blow up, man. And I did. And you know what he told me? He said, man, when you do big things, you get big things. And I made the money. I started a construction company. I wouldn't let Evan sit in a drug house no more. I gave him a job, taught him how to roof. And he was doing good, man. And I went to jail. And it was like when I went to jail, man, like the leader left, man. And all these dudes, to a certain extent, they fell apart. And my wife wants me to tell you how Evan got murdered. So Evan was at a club drinking with his wife, with his girl, with his kid's mother, right? And some dude, man, did something to his girl, touched his girl. They got in a little beef. Evan pieced the kid up with the hands, boom, boom, boom. They came back, man, and dude went to the car, came back, and shot him in the chest, shot him in the heart. One shot, man. And he laid in his girl's arms and told her, hey, take care of my kids. And he died, man. He died in his girl's arms. That was my best friend. That was the dude that came to prison to visit me, man. But Chad, you do construction, and so do I. But when people judge you from the past, how did you get your name out there in a positive way? get your name out there in a positive way. Look, man, so you guys know this is what I do. So you know. You want to know what my day's like? I get up usually at 5 in the morning. Get up at 5 in the morning and I'll do some legal work, right? Like I'm working on a 2255 right now. That's what I was doing today. So I got these folders right here. I'll wake up like this is a clemency folder. Let me see. This is a clemency folder, man, for a state clemency case. I'll get up at 5 in the morning. I'll work on these cases. Messes me up from running and working out in the morning like I want to do. I'll work on them cases till 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then I'll go do the construction stuff. Then I come home, shower, and I do interviews for YouTube, man. That's kind of what my day consists of right now. But I'm trying to get away from having to be on the jobs at the construction sites. My cousin's going to be running all that stuff. He's supposed to be running it. And that's what we're going to do. And yeah, definitely word of mouth, man. And signs. Dude, you want to know what the biggest, James Quinn, hey, man, for sure. The biggest thing for us for advertising, dude, I paid 12 grand for advertising agency, man. It just crushed me to pay the other 6 grand. And really, man, it ain't really rocking like that from there. Flyers, man. Flyers. You got to pass out flyers, man. Chad, how's the case going on Little Baby's pops? Hey, listen, I know some people don't believe that, man, but I'm telling you, that dude is really his real father, man. I promise you that, man. That is his real father. Rodney Love. Man, this judge will not answer us, bro, in Tennessee. Same thing with that other old man that I put up here, Oliver Higgins. The judge, same judge, man, they won't answer us, man. They just won't answer our motion. I don't know what to do anymore, man. They just won't answer us. And he had a different judge. They changed the judge, and I had 3 people with that judge. And I did his case first. The other 2 dudes didn't get their judge switched, and they're both out of jail. Got them both out. One had 30 years, and I think the other one had 27. With the same judge, they got out. They changed the judges on Rodney Love. He's got an old man, old white man, probably an old racist from Nashville, Tennessee, and he just won't answer the motion, man. And I thought this kid would get out before me, man. He's my partner. He used to live in the cell across from me. Good dude, man. Been in there over 20 years. Lost his mother and lost his father while he was in prison, man. Young Evo, I got a 9-to-5 frying chicken at a gas station, fan, but I'd much rather do that than another for sure, man. I'd rather see you frying chicken too, man. And you know what, man? If you're in that food industry, let me tell you this. Get you a little hot dog cart. Save your money, man. Get you a hot dog cart. Turn 1 into 2, 2 into 4, 4 into 8. Now you got people working for you. Look at the dude we had on the other day. Look at the dude we had on the other day, man. That brother went home, man, and he was down on his luck, man. Got a loan, put a little bit of money together, and he had a $25,000 a month, man. That's dope money, man. But you're getting it the right way. You don't have to watch your back. And it feels good to know that you're going to be there with your family, man. NLR, you like when I talk to the NLR? Listen, man, Jimmy is a dude, right? So when I talk to the Nazi lowrider cat, right? Jimmy and me were cellies, man. Jimmy had a drug problem in prison, man. Jimmy got out. He was doing great, had a drug problem. He relapsed, got kicked out of the house. Now I can't find the dude, man. He's missing in action. When I started a few lawn businesses, I'd get 10,000 business cards and have some kids pass them out for $10 an hour and answer the phone calls. Works every time. Them flyers work, man. Better than the marketing agency. Better than this SEO, search engine optimization shit they're talking about. I got a website, Infinity Homes. I mean, you guys could pull it up and look at it, man. I got the website built, advertising agency. Oh, man, flyers, business cards. I got these big business cards, like the cards I send to people when you get a book. I got these cards for my business too, man, and they work, man. They really, really work. I put a sign out in front of every job. We just did a deck the other day, a Trek deck. I didn't want to be there, but I had to be there. And we put it together, my cousin, me, and Kyle, man. And let me tell you something. Kyle's a hell of a carpenter, man. A lot of skills, 25 years old. He can do big things with his life. He can have all the things that he wants in life. So there might be some young dude watching this show right now, and you're like, you're a drug dealer, and you're 25 years old. And then we can match you up with Kyle, right? You and Kyle are 25. Kyle's addicted to drugs. You're addicted to the game. And you're both, man, on the wrong path. Fentanyl is killing our communities, man. It's destroying our communities, bro. And that's the other thing. Like, that's what I want people to see, man. Regardless if you agree with the RittenHouse verdict or whatever, that's what they want, man. They want us in conflict. They want us beefing with each other, man. Someone wrote on that video, he just used this as an excuse to kill black people. I wrote the lady back and said, ma'am, he didn't kill any black people. You know, and some people might get mad, but he killed a couple sex offenders, right? I think all 3 of them dudes that he shot were I mean, one of them just came out on that Convict Life. So if you haven't subscribed, gotten that Convict Life Facebook group and you're on Facebook, check out Convict Life. I mean, they posted the stuff up there, and it's just like, wow, man, this dude was like doing bad things to little boys, man. My best advertising for my business is my good name, for sure, 100%. I treat my customers how I would want to be treated, and I'm good at my job. That's what's up. Sean Blue, he killed 2 bad men. And yeah, they want us at each other's throats, man. They want that to be, that's what they want, man. They want it to be a white and black thing, man. And why does it have to be that? Why, man? And for real, man, racism is taught, man. It's a learned behavior. Babies don't come out of the womb and say, hey, man, I'm going to be a racist. They don't know what that is. It's a learned behavior. And there's just so many people on every side, man. We're like, hey, I hate you. You hate me. I'm an advocate, man, for kids not going to prison, man. This RittenHouse was 17 years old. Was he a dummy? Yeah. He's a big old dummy, man. Took an AR-15 to Wisconsin for a rally. Why did he do it? I told you guys why, man. You'd be surprised. What's up, Debbie? Always supporting us. Let me see. Cops shoot unarmed man, and that punk shoots the protesters. He's a supporter of the deep state. The kid's too young, man. He's just a fucking idiot, man. The kid's a dummy. And I tell you guys, it's like, I would see this all the time in prison, right? You'd be shocked how many of these dudes got tattoos. Not all of them, but dudes got tattoos on their faces. Sometimes they're the biggest pussies in prison, man. Just scold them, pull their car. And it's kind of like a defense mechanism. I think this kid went down there with a gun thinking he was cool. Wanted to get what? TikTok famous or something. And things went all the way bad. And he shot these people, man. Should he have taken a gun? No, I don't think he should have. And if the judge wouldn't have thrown out that gun charge, I think he would have been convicted of it. I think the judge probably shouldn't have thrown it out. Just being honest with you. RittenHouse verdict was a referendum on the justice system. So everybody that's in here, we got 74 people in here. Hit this like button for a minute real quick. Go ahead and hit that little thumbs up mark. I'm about to give you something, man. We're going to talk about something real, right? The channel's real and it's raw. I'm out of here in 10 minutes because I'm going to go watch my show. But I'm going to give you something that's real and raw. Hit that like button for me. Big dummy for sure, but he doesn't belong in prison. Hopefully he goes into doing good things. It's a 17-year-old kid, man, who made drastic decisions that forever changed other people's lives and his too. Now, I don't want to see the kid in prison, man, because he's an idiot. But here, I'm about to give you some. I'm not ashamed to say I was brought up a racist. Wasn't allowed to have colored friends, but after the army and prison, I've seen there's good and bad on all sides. AK White Boy, bro, I have a crazy criminal history, and I own a successful home remodel and River. Yeah, AK White Boy, man, successful too. So here's the jewel that I'm going to give you, right? Even though I kind of lost my train of thought. Give me 1 second to remember what I was going to talk about. Hit that like button while I'm thinking about it. Adam, what's up? Thank you. Damn, man, I got to give you guys this jewel, and it slipped my mind what I was saying. I apologize. It'll come to me. Give me a second. Damn, man, my mind went blank. I apologize to you guys, man. Hopefully it'll come back to me, man. Talking about RittenHouse, the violence, big old dummy. I can't remember what I was going to say. It was something too, man. So I apologize to you guys. Hopefully it'll come to me and I'll post it. If it comes to me, I'll post it. Definitely. So anyway, man, like I said, man, the show's about doing the right thing, saving kids from life imprisonment and premature death. So I can't sit up here and be like, hey, man, this dude should go to prison, or, should he be out shooting people? Probably not. Here you go. Here's a part of what it was, right? This kid's got an AR-15. Think about this for a minute. This kid's got an AR-15 and you're running towards him. Are you serious right now? Why are you running towards this dude? Like, what's up? You're running towards this kid. He's got an AR-15 and you're running towards him. Who does that? What are you really looking for, man? That wasn't the jewel, man. I'm just trying to think of what I was going to say. I started my own company by advertising on an app called Nextdoor. It's kind of like a neighborhood watch social media type. Yeah, that's the other thing. Go in them Facebook groups, man, like in the surrounding towns where you're from, and throw that stuff up. Throw up your little sign, throw up your little flyer, whatever you can afford, your business card. Put a good spiel on there. Hey, look, man, this is the type of work that I do. Violently running towards him. I mean, it's just a crazy, crazy case, man. And I don't want people to get mad at me. And some people get mad, but like I say, the show's real and raw. If it wasn't, then people wouldn't get mad. Everybody would be happy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would get happy. It doesn't always work that way. Everybody's not going to be happy. But yeah, they got us beefing with each other. They want you to argue with each other. Why? Because they want to keep the people divided. And I'm not a big conspiracy theory type of guy. But think about it. You think they don't want to keep you divided? Seriously. Of course they want to keep you divided. They don't want you to come together. If we all came together, guess what? Together we'll conquer, as one will fail, right? Put our own people in positions in Congress, in the Senate. We can do that stuff. We can take over voting blocks. We can do that. Oh, okay, yeah. So I was talking about the tatted on the face dudes. Okay, so here, I can't remember exactly what it was I wanted to say, man. You ever have your mind go blank? But this is the thing. Like, I would be in prison and see dudes with tattoos on their face, right? And like I said, those were some of the softest dudes ever. I think Kyle RittenHouse went down there with a gun thinking, hey, this is going to protect me. People are going to be scared to do something to me because I got this. This is my power right here. And there were some crazy-ass dudes down there who were crazier than him. We're like, we don't care about your gun. Shoot us. Remember that dude that lit himself on fire? Like the Indian dude years ago? I think it was in the National Geographic. He did it for a cause. Some people really feel like, hey, I'm doing this for a cause. I'm going to take this gun from this dude. Blank all the time. Man, I apologize to you guys, man. It's driving me crazy. And you're not seeing it because you're on the live, but really, I want to be like, I want to say what I was going to say, man. I promise you guys I would do it if you hit the like button and look at me, man. I sold out, man. I apologize. How did the FBI have a drone focused on him right when he shot? I have my mind go blank more times than I'd like to admit. Of course they do. That's why they keep leaders like Larry Hoover in prison. Growth and development, right? Larry Hoover? No longer gangster disciple, but growth and development. They should let that dude out, man. Here you guys go. You want to know something? I'm gonna go ahead and say this, right? I'm gonna say this too. You guys know who Boy George is from New York? One of the lawyers on that case, he got denied his compassionate release recently. And you know why? It was because of his institutional record. So the lawyer had reached out to me, man. I was like, Chad, what do you think I should do? What can I do? And I gave him a little advice. And this lawyer is phenomenal. I look up to this dude like a father figure, man, this lawyer. And I gave him a little bit of advice. And for real, man, I hope this dude gets a chance to get out of prison, man. But the violence that he committed in prison was something that the judge cited. He had a couple stabbings, probably selling a little dope in there. But I hope that this lawyer can handle that, man. One of the best lawyers in the country. If you're looking for a good lawyer, hit me up. There's two or three of them I can give you, man. Chad, drop your cash app. I'm going to order your book tomorrow for my mom's Christmas gift. Okay. Money sign, capital CHAD, capital MARKS 102. Smokey in New Jersey. Yeah, man. He did what he had to do, man. He was faced with a couple situations, and he did. He stabbed a couple people in prison, man. Straight up. And that's what the judge referred to. So if you got a family member out there that's in prison and doing the wrong thing, tell them, man, you want to get out of prison? Tell them what Cedric Dean told me. They're going to change the law, bro. See that? That's there. All right, here's a jewel for you, okay? Amy, that's got to have the money sign on it. Here's another jewel, right? This dude told me in 2000, when was I in USP Lee, man? 2009? 2008, 2009. I actually got stabbed over there, I think in 2000. Got stabbed on my wife's birthday, August 24th, 2009. Over $45. So anyway, he told me all that time ago, he said, hey, check this out, bro. They're going to change the law, man. What are you going to tell them? You were a drug dealer in prison? Have all the nice, street stuff that other people don't got? You're going to have some Oakley sunglasses? That shit ain't going to get you out of prison. So anyway, skeptical mantis. It's all good, man. So anyway, he told me that all them years ago, right? How many dudes you think are kicking themselves in the ass right now for not listening? For not thinking the same thing that Cedric? Don't you think I would be doing the same thing? Because my judge, when he released me, he went out on a limb, man. When I tell you he went out on a limb, he went out on a limb. I was supposed to die in prison or get out when I was an old man. And I'm forever grateful to this judge, man. Judge David G. Larimer, man. This man believed in me. And I wrote him a letter and said, I'm not going to never let you down. You know what I mean? So anyway, there's plenty of people like Boy George right now that are like, damn, man, the law did change. It wasn't parole, but it was compassionate release. And, in a lot of them compassionate release motions, they talk about how, this kind of like a parole system where the judge decides, the sentencing judge. And now when you go in there with a messed up record, guess what the judge does? He bangs you on the head with a hammer and don't let you out. Definitely need people to hit that like button, man. 71, we got 88 people in the house. Hit that like button, man. No audio book, but autographed copy. Look, man, I reached out to my editor. He's going to hit me back tomorrow. We're going to try to get this audio book together. Honestly, I could sit in my house over the weekend and do the whole audio book in 2 days. I could probably do it in 1 day. But, sometimes when I read, I kind of get like dry mouth. I need water. You guys hear me sometimes when I'm reading. I stumble once in a while on a word. So, but I could definitely do the audio book, man. And I want to do the audio book. A lot of people want it. I want to get it done. So I'm waiting on the editor to hit me tomorrow, man. Hopefully we'll talk tomorrow. I used to cut federal judge Howard Snyder's yard in Jacksonville, Florida. He was cool to me, but who knows how he was in court. Put that video book on YouTube. 88 viewers, that's a sign. So look, man, we got 87 people in the house. Like I said, we want to grow this channel, trying to get to 25,000 people. I can't do it. I can put out the content, promote it, but I need you guys to work with me. I said, hey, let's get that 10,000. You guys did it, man. So when we get to 25,000, we're giving out $2,500, 500 to 5 different people. It's not my channel. It's our channel. We're going to get that thing popping and start giving the money to the people, man. The channel makes money. We're going to give it back to the folks that need it. Your reading is perfect. I want that one. I appreciate you, man. Freaking made it. Read the book in 2 days. Couldn't stop reading. That's what's up. I really appreciate you. Throw that book up on your social media. Dave, talking about stabbing. Who thumbed down this video? Some people, man. We got some haters, man. One of them's one of my former business partners probably, but it's all good. I ain't tripping. They get mad at me, man, because I'm going to go ahead and get arrogant real quick. I hope you guys don't mind. I try not to be arrogant, but you know what, man? Honestly, God just gave me a gift, man. I'm able to win cases. I've won cases where I'm like, damn, man. I'm just like, damn. And I win, man. And some people get mad that I win because they want the business and they want the money. And you'd be surprised how many of these advocates that I know personally, like federal prison advocates, that are full of shit. And I know because comments that they've made to me. People that you think are doing your clemency petitions and they care about you, they've said shit to me. We're like, man, fuck this guy. And I'm like, what? That stuff pisses me off, man. I know there's advocates out there that just want to be on TV. They want snapshots. They want to be seen. Look what I did. And I tell people all the time, man, guess what? I get it in the court. I get it the hard way. I don't go to the White House begging people to let people out. I get it in the courts, man. I do the work, man. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 legal books right here on my shelf on my desk. Wish I could spin the computer around and show you guys my desk. So that's what I do. Listen, man, 7:45, 2 more minutes. I'm going to break out at 45 minutes. But like I said, man, we're all family. I love all you guys, man. I do this stuff because it's therapeutic, not just for me, but for other people too. You'd be surprised how many people been to federal prison, watch this channel and hit me up on the email and say, yo, let me tell you something, bro. Your channel helps me think, man, that I don't never want to go back to prison, man. And remember that. There's nothing worth your freedom. And you know something, before we go, I'm going to talk a little bit about that little video I put out about them kids the other day with those parents. I put that video out before that documentary came out, right? And if you haven't watched that, man, go watch that, man. It's devastating. And that's why I always tell you, man, on this channel, be a father, man. Be a mother. Because your kids need you. They look up to you, man. They want you to be nice to them. You're supposed to mold them. You're supposed to be their guidepost. You know, that's what life's really about, man. Being a father, being a mother, taking your son out on a 4-wheeler, throwing a football to your son, being a mother and cooking cookies, you know, Christmas cookies. It's Christmas season with your daughter. Letting her know that, hey, man, I love you. And you just grab her and give her a hug and say, man, I love you. Grab your son, man, tomorrow. And grab him and say, man, you know something, son? He might get all scorned. Man, I love you. I'm having 2 boys, man. I can't wait. Can't wait till they're like 5 and I can just grab them and say, man, I love you. You know, I went to, it's almost Yellowstone time for sure. I got to stay here for a couple more minutes. We did a little family vacation, right? And we went to Water Safari in Old Forge, New York. And there's this little boy. He's about 5 or 6 years old. And he was walking up to the water slide. He was waiting for his dad. He ran up there. He's ahead of his dad. And his dad gets up there, and this little kid says, he grabs and says, Dad, I just love you. He said, I just love you. I went down that water slide and told my wife about this. I can't wait till my boys say that to me, man. That's what you want to hear, man. That's what life's about. We're only here for a short time, man. And wherever we go after this, man, depending on what you believe, I believe in God, man. I'm not a Bible thumper, but I believe in Christ, man. 100% I believe in Christ. I believe he got me out of prison, man. It's the only way I could have got out. And I don't always live my life like that as a Christian, and I should, but it's not easy. But, man, we only got a little bit of time, man, so enjoy it, man. Be a father. Be a mother. Go watch that documentary, and I know I say it funny, right? Go watch that and just, man, it'll give you so much more appreciation for life, for your kids. It was devastating what happened to them people, man. It broke my heart. Since I've been out of prison, I get all a little teary-eyed once in a while and stuff, man, about certain things. It's crazy, right? But, hey, man, it's all good, man. Family is everything, man. Thanksgiving, man. And I'm just going to tell everybody on here, man, people like Adam and Christian and Amy and Young Evo and, the reformed trucker dude, man. And I'm not saying it because you gave a donation. It ain't got nothing to do with that. But I'm thankful for all you guys. Everybody, Stoner Chick. I'm thankful for every single person that's on here, man. Just be thankful. Be thankful that we're free. Be thankful that we're pushing. Video tomorrow, man. Share it. And definitely hit me up, man. Tell me what you want to do. If you're watching right now, you want to do an interview, hit me up. Mark Lira, One Eye Mark. This is the dude I'm bringing on. I'm going to interview him tonight after Yellowstone. One Eye Mark, man, got an amazing story, man. Been through a lot of things in life, man. And you want to talk about a dude that was a gangster in prison? This is your dude, man. This is the dude that you read about right here. But you know what? His past don't define his future. It's up to him. He's in the driver's seat. And I hope that we can do an interview a year from now talking about, hey, One-Eyed Mark's doing big things. So listen, I'm going to close the show with love, with respect. I'll see you guys next Sunday at 7 o'clock. And I'll definitely be dropping videos. I try to drop them every day for you guys, man. Blood on the razor wire with respect. Until tomorrow, we're out.